Well, you know, it's winter, but it's not that bad out here, and it is a great time to take a walk. We're at Merge Studios, and this is such a great place. You got to stop and check it out. We're going to go inside, maybe get a cup of coffee, look around, and talk about all the wonderful things that they have to offer here. So don't forget, let's take a walk in Oxford. Welcome to this wonderful place here. We are at Merge, and I'm with Carrie. How are you?
Good, good.
Great. Well, this is fabulous. How long have you been in this location?
In this location, we were able to open for business the week between Christmas and New Year's.
Okay.
So, just over a month.
Yeah. And then now you were in downtown on the street, and how long were you there?
We were downtown at 18 North Washington for 2 years.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, it seems like a brand new place here, just because it's so different. I love the old feel of the walls, and you kept a lot of integrity to the building here. But let's, for people who are not familiar with you, just talk about everything that you do. This is so great. You've got all sorts of art projects and classes and parties, and you brought in a coffee shop. So tell us about your vision here.
Well, we originally started, and the idea was to bring the studio and the gallery together so that there was this creative experience for everyone, no matter if you were a talented artist or someone who just enjoyed experiencing the art in the community. So we started with that concept in town, and over 2 years we were finding demand for more classes and parties and services that we could offer. So we started to look for a more conducive space for that would allow us to have more classrooms and more warm, friendly environments to expand on our parties and our services. So in that search, we came across this old building.
And let's talk about this building. You know, what's the history of it, and what did you have to do to get in here?
Wow.
Besides the hoops, I mean.
Well, the building was, this main room we're standing in was built in 1910, and it was purchased in 1916 by M.A. Cam. And the Cam family ran this as the grain elevator and feed processing business till the mid-'80s. 3 different generations of Cams ran this building, and it went from the grain elevator. A lot of people know it as the co-op, and it acquired that name because the farmers would grow corn, oats, and they would bring them in on their trucks, and it would be dumped in, and there was all kinds of chutes and conveyor belts that would move it from the basement to the upstairs, and then they would mix the corn, the grain, the oats, and actually make molasses into special order feed.
Okay.
So then the farmers would then come back, and they would have a credit from the corn or whatever they grew.
Sure.
And then they would exchange for feed for their horses and cows. So in that sense, that's where the co-op name came from. And so then this room here was the main structure. They added on 3 times. They added on the back, the portion that is now our bathroom and coffee shop. And then in the 50s, they added on the big cement section over at the other end, because they originally they would sell and the railroad would pick it up here at this door. And then as things progressed, the complete other end is the semi-dock.
Okay.
Straight across was a loading dock for the semi. So then they were, train and semi. And so then in the mid-'80s, it was sold to the Ham family, and they actually made molds for bisqueware, and they mainly used it for storage.
Okay.
And in '95, they put white steel siding all over the whole outside of the building and covered up all the windows.
Oh, no.
So then it was storage until we purchased it in September.
So really, despite the great look of the integrity of the interior of the building, you had a lot of work to do.
Yes, this building had no running water or no sewer. It was not hooked up to the water and sewer here because it was more of a storage barn. So we had to put in the sewer, the water. The electrical was all completely outdated. The electrical had been, we had to completely gut it. We put it in underground service, and it took 3 weeks to get a phone line because it didn't even have a phone line, let alone internet.
Thank goodness for cell phones, at least.
Yes. And the building was zoned light industrial. So when I purchased it, someone could have purchased this building and put a stamping plant in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
So with the size of the building and everything, when I started looking at buying it to move, others came and we thought, oh, a coffee shop, well, that would fit well.
Yeah.
And then we got to looking at the building and, you know, the idea of having some fitness classes here, we thought, you know, that will work with more traffic, you know, everyone together that fit together. And then the second floor, you know, it was big enough, it would be not, I'm going to have one of my employees live here. There's a 1-bedroom apartment being finished upstairs. So we have, you know, someone here to kind of watch everything all the time. And then eventually there is another space in the front far corner that eventually is going to be a salon. So
Great
then the building will be
ideas.
full. We'll have, you know, tons of community
And you're sitting
environment.
right here on the Pollyant
On the
Trail.
Pollyant
So you've
Trail.
got some parking there in addition to the street parking.
Yep.
You've got people coming off the trail from bike rides. They can stop and get some coffee, or you
Yep.
can start here with an art class and then go for a walk. What a great idea. This
Yeah.
is such a perfect spot.
Yeah, the park in the spring, the lot next door, the village will keep ownership of it, and we are going to pave it and maintain it. And our customers will be able to use it, and it will be a designated parking lot for the Pollyant Trail. Our seating out front and our restrooms are also a designated rest area for the Pollyant Trail,
Excellent.
which was non-existent in town.
Yeah, such a great service.
You know, that service for the Pollyant Trail was not existent in Oxford. They have a rest area in Leonard.
It's kind of a long trip. Now, if
Yeah.
you're athletic, you can do it, but
Right,
some of us
right.
like just the short day walks.
Right. So
So let's talk a little bit more about your art and your classes and what you offer here.
okay. Well, let's see. The front space here, intertwined with the tables for the paint your own pottery, we have work from local artists.
Okay.
So we have different people's work for sale that are, you know, working artists. And then here in this space, this is all bisqueware that's been fired once, and so it's all ready to paint, like the boys are doing over here at the table. So they'll paint it, and then after it dries today, we take it back here,
Okay.
and I can show you.
Wow.
So then it gets wax on the bottom edge so it doesn't stick to the kiln shelf, and then the pieces all get dipped in the clear.
Which
So-
doesn't look clear.
No, it's green because it's actually liquid glass. That's what makes
Wow.
it shiny. So once they're dipped, they're like all green like that teapot down there. Then when they're dry, we put them in the kiln. The kids' projects are in there. It's partly loaded. And then the kiln runs overnight. It takes 7 hours to fire. It gets up to 1800 degrees, and then it slows down. It cools down slowly, and when they come out, they are all shiny and ready to use. The pieces they're food safe, and you can eat off of them.
And how long is the whole process from the time the kids bring in their finished piece? And
It takes us 3 to 4 days, but
Okay.
we like to recommend that they'll be done in a week.
okay.
Give us a week to get them finished. And then also in this room here, we have our 6 pottery wheels.
This is great.
So we teach wheel throwing classes, and we do kids clay classes also. These are some of the kids' projects here, drawing,
Oh, wow.
waiting to be fired. These over here, this is one of our local guys that throws on the pottery wheel. These are some of his finished pieces that are they're waiting to be picked up. So then we also teach the adult wheel throwing classes.
So do people come in to rent like time of their own, like the professional that you're talking about, or?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
he has a wheel. He has one of these at his house, so he throws it at his house and brings it in, and we fire and
Oh, okay.
glaze. Others come in and just rent time and use the host studio,
Okay.
and then others come to the class for instruction.
Okay. So, multiple different purposes. You don't have to just be a student.
Right.
Great.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, this is such a great space in here. I love seeing all the projects the kids have done, and
Yeah.
fun. And then we have another teaching class or space out here.
Yep. Yep. This room here is. This is our other classroom, studio room / birthday party room. We host a lot of our birthday events here. We do our canvas painting parties here, and we have sewing class on Tuesday night, drawing class on Friday.
Wow.
3 different painting classes throughout the week
Okay.
for the different groups.
All different mediums of painting, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We do all different mediums.
Okay.
We just got a shipment of canvases for the weekend. Tonight we have a group painting the pink Gerber
Okay.
daisy on the end, a ladies' night out. They're coming in to paint the pink flower.
So your classes almost can combine with a party. I saw that, where you can have a birthday party or a ladies' night out, and you're doing class events, but you're really there to have a good time too.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
That is one of the best features of our birthday parties is the kids are actually doing something constructive.
Yeah,
And they go home with a finished piece that they have made.
yeah.
Our birthday party options are the painting parties, the ceramics, and then we also do a jewelry one
Okay.
where they actually make the beads, and then we bake them and they turn into a hard
Oh, nice.
bead, and then after they're baked they string them into a bracelet.
Wow.
And for the next coming year, we're working on a cupcake theme birthday party that will
Okay.
incorporate the baker in the coffee shop.
Wow.
And then we have a local guy that does amazing magic. So we're working on the idea of a birthday party where the kids would actually have a magic lesson for the activity to learn magic tricks. So
what a great idea.
yeah, we have. We're trying to push towards things the boys would be interested in.
Oh, sure, sure. Just the fact that they can do something and make a mess is,
Yeah, they like that part, yeah.
That hooks them right there, I think.
Yep. So,
And and that's part of what I really like about the feel of this place is it's beautiful, but you don't feel like, if I drip a drop of paint or something like that, I'm going to have to pay for the whole studio's work or something like that.
exactly. That's like this room here, we had to repair the floor, and everyone's like, well, are you putting all new floor? And I said, no. Why? So we
Yeah.
we left the old flooring, and what we repaired, we just put plywood. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, there's nothing, it doesn't need anything more than plywood.
Yeah, for
You
what
know.
you're doing, this is excellent. I
Yep.
mean, a lot of people do feel very comfortable to come to a place like this where they, it's like when you go to your friend's house and they know you so well that they didn't feel they need to clean
Pick up.
first.
Yep, that's how it is here.
But that's a very important feeling to become part of a person's family and a part of the community.
Yep.
So I like that.
Yeah, and too, for a lot to actually try to do the art or be creative, they do need to feel comfortable first.
Yeah.
Because most people, it's stepping outside of their comfort zone. So,
So if somebody has a party, can they bring in their own cake and balloons
Yes.
and stuff like that?
Yep, we only do the art. We have the space, the tables, the activities. We have the paper products and glasses.
Okay.
I personally, Merge doesn't sell food. So you're in charge of the food and the cake.
Well, that's good to know, because a lot of people do want to have that aspect of the party that they can take care of themselves.
Right,
so.
right. The kids, most of them, the parents get them 3 or 4 hot and now pizzas, and the kids are
See?
happy as clams.
There you go. That
So.
works. All right, well, what else can you show us?
Let's see. We've done this room, this room. Well, first we have to stop and show you one of my favorite things. Our ladies' room, our bathroom stalls.
That's so beautiful. They're actual stalls.
This is the wood that was taken off the walls in the coffee shop because the health code made it had to be drywall. So we took the old wood and built the stalls for the bathroom.
Those are beautiful.
So,
What a great look.
yeah. The men's room's kind of boring. Sorry. This is our multi-purpose fitness room.
Okay.
This morning there was yoga at 8 o'clock, and then at 9:30 there was a Zumba class. Last night at from 7:30 to 9:30 we called our Friday night dance party. We have a dance instructor, and it's just drop-in dance. The kids come, they work out
Fun.
and have a good time. So, yeah, and then we also can use this room for bridal showers or wedding showers, and we can use it for bigger groups for our get-togethers, our painting parties. We can set up over here if we have, if we were to have 20, 25 people, we would set up the painting party in this room. The flooring we put in last weekend.
Okay.
And the transition isn't finished
Sure.
quite yet, but it is an actual sprung dance floor.
So
it
okay,
has
nice.
1,500 little square foam blocks that raise it up off the concrete, so it has give.
Uh-huh.
So it's good for your knees and your joints and
I
all
can
of
see
that.
The concrete would be a little uncomfortable for that.
Yep. So, we worried a bit about not having things finished, and most people enjoy seeing the changes because they come once a week and they are like, oh, that's new. And
Yeah.
so it's been well received that it's not totally finished.
Yeah.
The community has been very understanding.
Well, they get to feel like they're part of the process, part of the introduction to the community too. So I think that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. And then this end over here, so this space here will, right now it's the workroom for the guys, but this will end up another lobby area and an entrance for this half of the building, and this is where the hair salon is
Okay.
planning to go, is in that end. Obviously, that's a bit off.
It'll be a little ways, but
We're hoping mid-April
okay.
to have that finished for the hair salon. So,
Great.
yeah.
Okay.
Shall we go back over to, and we can talk to Sandy at the coffee shop?
I think that's a great idea. Maybe I'll have to test out this coffee.
All right. This is Antoinette Cardos, and
Hi.
she is the Zumba teacher. Hi. And I was just showing them the Zumba room and in that end of the building. So,
All right. Great to see you.
Thank you.
so then here is the coffee shop. And Sandy is the owner of the coffee shop, and I'm going to let her talk to you about the coffee shop.
I don't know what I was supposed to say, but.
Well, you're not mic'd, so you're going to have to come closer to us if you wouldn't mind.
All right. I'm Sandy, and I'm the owner of the coffee shop, Idle a While Coffee. And
Idle a while. I love
Idle
the
a
name.
While Coffee, and we're in the MERS building, the old granary on 33 Pleasant Street. Just one block off the main drag, so it's not that hard to find. We're pretty close. Our coffee is, we have coffees and yummy baked goods that Amy makes, and our coffee comes from Uncommon Ground in Saugatuck.
So local coffee, that's good to know.
Local coffee, a lot of organic coffee, a lot of water-pressed coffee. We have specialty coffees, lattes, cappuccinos. We have smoothies that are made with all natural ingredients, fresh vegetables
And fruit.
fruit. Thank you. And we're all about a happy smile and a good place to sit and to paint and drink coffee and enjoy each other's company.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sandy, maybe they would be interested in, I did not know this before we started this venture, that there is 4 different ways to make coffee.
Oh my.
There are 4 different ways to make coffee, that we make coffee. There's several other ways, but there's 4 that we do. And you can have a pour over, which is a very smooth, clean coffee with our beans. And we do French press, which is where you get the oils on your tongue and it's a different taste in your mouth. And then we just brew it like a normal brewer, like you would at home, and it's fabulous. It's our signature coffee right now is Black and Tan. It's a very rich coffee, but very smooth. And then the other way to do it is espresso with espresso beans, and you can make lattes, you can make macchiatos, you can make Americanos, all the specialty drinks. So there's several ways to have your coffee, from the simple way to complex way, and they all taste different, but all wonderful. So.
Great. And you have a baker coming on staff.
We have a wonderful baker. She bakes here on site,
Wow, okay.
in this little tiny kitchen, and she's amazing. Our smiling Amy Safran with the Heart of Gold, and she bakes every morning in here. She's in here at 5 o'clock baking every morning. So, and you'll always find good, yummy sweets. And I think the peanut butter cookie is the one that has been the staple so far. I don't know why. That and the lemon bars, and she just does all kinds of scones and breakfast things. So, yeah, she's great.
Great. Well,
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you're here. You're a perfect addition to this building and this
We're-
whole business.
We're really excited that Carrie's had us come and be part of Merge, and in that we can work together. And I just think it's going to be a great place for the community and a great place for people to hang out and paint and drink coffee and exercise.
And tell us about your name, Idle a While, and what made you
Okay.
think of that?
Idle a While is kind of special to my husband and I. We had like 3 or 4 kind of down years, and we used to go to Jamaica every year, and then we couldn't go. And we would go and stay in the boutique hotels in the Grill on the West End, and and our next place to go was Idle a While, and it is a resort in Jamaica in the Grill, and so we're hoping that this Idle a While gets us back to that Idle a While.
Excellent. Because we all need a place to sit and idle. a while.
That's right. We all do, and we don't take enough time in our lives to do that. None of us do, and we're hoping that this building will do that for people. So.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
So thank you so much for letting me come down here and showing me around and all this great stuff, the coffee, and maybe we'll sit down and sample that, and maybe some of the great cookies that you're talking about. And you have an entire list of classes and events and all the things that are available to people here. Can you tell people how to find that?
Yes, all our classes in that are on our website on mergeartstudio.com. Idlewild Coffee also has their website.
Okay.
Antoinette is Zumba with Antoinette. Her classes are listed on her website. And, or just give us a call, and we'll be more than happy to answer any of the questions that you may have.
Okay. When are you open?
Merge is open 11 to 7 each day and 11 to 4 on Saturday and Sunday. The coffee shop is open 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. during the week, and 6 to 6 on Saturday and Sunday?
6:30 to 6 on Saturday and Sunday.
Yes. And the fitness classes run Zumbas every night at 7, Monday through Thursday, 9:30 on Friday and Saturday morning.
So you're pretty much, someone's always here. Somebody's
Somebody's always
going on.
here.
And the baker's here at 5.
And the
so
baker's
if you need
here
some
at
coffee
5.
At 5, you can bang on the door. She'll let you
She
in.
will let you in. Yes.
Sweet Amy
So-
will let you in.
Well, this is such a very, very great place. I can't wait to come back and spend a little bit of time here, and I'm going to tell some friends about it and maybe get some kids' birthday parties booked here. It's such a great place to come and be, and what a wonderful addition to Oxford. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're hoping you guys can come back. We have a special event on April 26th.
Okay.
We have 2 high school girls who are putting together a prom for the special needs kids.
Wow, that would be
So
wonderful
this
to
whole
come back
community is coming together, and we have been able to help her get everything donated. We're hosting it here in our building.
I think that's wonderful, and I would be thrilled and honored to come back and watch that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all
Well,
right.
thanks so much. Make sure you stop on by down here in Oxford at Merge and idle a while and take up some classes and check out the Zumba. So we'll see you soon.
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh, yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh, no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing. Believe me, I'm good at it.
Once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell him.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? He needs something a little more
Persuasive.
Yes.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Well, it has been another really great day here in Oxford, and as you can see, there is so much to offer, not just for things that you might need to be taken care of with your photography or your open house or the future wedding plans that you've got going on, but also with Merge Studio, you can come and spend all day here. Take a hike on Pollyant Trail, stop in for some Idlewild coffee, maybe take a class, bring your kids in for some painting. Just sit down and enjoy the atmosphere and enjoy this wonderful town. So if you haven't done it lately, despite this weather of winter that we've been having, why don't you come on down and take a walk down here in Oxford. Thank you.
You're watching OCTV, Oxford Community Television, serving Oxford, Addison Township, and the village of Leonard.